Welcome to the first episode of RDT. I am Drew Chilson.
And I am Leanora Kinnerly.
We've broken down our first episode into 4 different segments. Our first one's going to, tell y'all a little bit about us, and then we're going to talk about relationships. Segment 2 is going to be all about climate change. Segment 3 is going to be about COVID-19. And segment 4 is going to be about voting and not forgetting to vote in the upcoming election because it is extremely important.
Extremely important. We're not going to tell you who to vote for. We just want to make sure that you do vote.
And you don't vote for Trump.
Please don't. Also, don't vote for Kanye because a vote for Kanye is a vote for Trump.
Is a vote for Trump. Exactly. You're only going to vote for Trump or you're only going to vote for Biden, but you're going to vote for Biden because if you vote for Trump, you shouldn't even be listening to this podcast.
Exactly, because if you are voting for Trump and you listen to this podcast, your feelings are going to be very hurt.
So just, yeah. So, a little bit about us. Last week I discovered podcasts. And now we're making one.
So yeah, I think that's very exciting. I'm very excited. We just filmed our trailer and I think it's really good.
I think it was good too. We would love y'all's feedback and see what y'all think about everything. We're new to this. We're using one microphone right now because Amazon literally delayed our second microphone. It's supposed to be coming in today, but we don't have time to wait for Amazon. So we're just,
winging it. But yeah, we've been friends for a little over 10 years now, which is crazy.
It's crazy to think about.
We're both born in February, so that's cool.
Both Febby babies, both Pisces.
I'm Aquarius, sir.
I'm
Test
a Pisces.
our friendship, I guess.
Yikes. I'm going to edit that out.
No, you're not. We're authentic. So, a little bit about me. I am married. I married my high school sweetheart. He's my best friend, but, a pain in the ass. It's going,
Yeah, y'all, I remember when y'all met and you were like, I'm going to trap this man. I want to live with him for the rest of my life. I want to be with him. And I was like, you're fucking crazy.
And here we are.
And here we are. You are fucking crazy. And you did trap him. Chris, if you're listening, you did get trapped. I don't know if you've ever been told that before, that story. But her plan was to trap your ass. And it worked.
It worked. And then Drew over here. He is single and looking,
Single like a Pringle.
Oh my god. So, if you're single and, gay in the Houston community, he is looking for someone to cherish him like he deserves to be cherished.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Yeah. You just want that dick.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Okay, so speaking of that, relationships. They are crazy.
They're a pain in the ass. Can we just all talk about that for a moment? Like, fuck relationships. Like, who said you have to be with somebody to be happy?
Exactly. You don't. You need to love yourself before you can expect anyone to love you, as my mom has always told me.
Period. If you don't love yourself, then how you gonna love somebody else, as RuPaul would say.
For real. So we have both had our share of terrible, shitty, toxic
relationships. Yeah, we've been through it. And we've been through it together. It's like being friends for 10 years. We've seen each other through ups and downs and all different types of crazy relationships. And
we've always been there for one another.
Yeah, we've always been there for one another, shoulder to cry on for each other. And it's crazy to look back on that and think about how we've been through it.
We've fucking been through it. We've been there when we were like, I want a sugar daddy, when almost got a sugar daddy.
Got terrified and deleted the
app. We're thinking about making an OnlyFans, got scared, deleted the app.
Yeah.
So we've been through it, but not just relationships in a romantic sense. We've also been through some toxic ass fucking
Friendships.
friendships. Oh
Yes.
my god.
Yes. Fuck all of you. I just want to say that.
If you're listening, please don't.
We've moved on and we're so much better for it.
Yeah, so happy for you in your life, but just stay out of ours.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't want to be in my life, that's fine. I've gotten to the point where I don't have the energy to deal with people that don't want to be in your life, don't or want to play games. We're not in high school anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not for playing games for a fucking friendship. Like, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to hang out with me, that's fine. But you're not going to be able to waltz back into my life a few months later.
I completely agree. We're at that point in our lives where we're fucking adults. We are working full-time ass jobs. We're both trying to finish our degrees. We both have our own lives. We can't always hang out every day, so we don't need fucking bum ass people hitting us up like, why can't you
Exactly.
hang out at 7 o'clock on a
Like,
fucking Tuesday
like, bitch,
to
I
go
gotta
get
work
drunk?
up in the morning. I gotta wake up in the morning and fucking go to work. That's
For
why I can't go out.
for real. And it's just been fucking insane. But there will be another episode where we do dive into toxic relationships, toxic friendships, just all around fucking toxicity.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to look at it as, what is it, me or is it the other person? Because sometimes you have to reflect within yourself and say, am I toxic? Am I crazy? And typically it's not you. It's typically the other person. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I met this girl one time and she was like, I have no friends. I just don't know why. And I was like, I'll be your friend. And then I found out why she had no friends. She was fucking insane.
Didn't she like try to kill you?
She did! A
That's
fucking
fucking
crazy
crazy. I
bitch.
forgot about that. So this bitch lived in Tennessee for like 2 years and tried to make
Yeah.
friends, and they wanted to kill her.
Yeah, I literally had to move back to Texas ASAP because I was about to fucking die. It was crazy.
We laugh about it now, but I remember talking to you when everything was happening, and you were like, "This bitch wants to kill me," and I was like, "What?" Like,
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. It was fucking horrible.
do you want to go into detail about that, or do you just want to move on? I feel like the listeners
Yeah.
want to know.
I know, but
We can go in depth on it on like another
yeah,
episode.
we can go into that on another episode. This is episode 1. I don't think I'm ready to like dive into that yet.
Totally understandable. Totally understandable.
So let's move into climate change because it is a very important fucking topic. And we live in Texas and we live in the Houston area, and we just want to say, what the fuck is going on with
The
all these
world is crazy.
hurricanes?
The world is crazy right now. It's literally now we're calling hurricanes by the Greek numbers now. What are
Mhm.
we on? We just had Delta.
We had Delta. We have more tropical storms brewing. Fucking California's on fire.
This is the second time in history that the National Hurricane Center has had to use Greek numbers and instead of, they ran throughout the whole fucking alphabet. And then you want to hear Mike Pence in the fucking vice presidential debate be like, "Oh, climate change is out there, but it's not that bad. I mean, we hurricanes are the same. They're the same. Nothing's ever been different."
Literally fucking false. There was like, I think it was 7 tropical storms brewing in the fucking
At the fucking same
at
time.
the same time.
I'm gonna edit this and put a clip in of Mike Pence, like right here.
With regard to hurricanes, the National Oceanic Administration tells us that actually, as difficult as they are,
Thank you, Vice President.
there are no more hurricanes today than
Thank
there
you.
were 100 years ago.
So yeah, did y'all just hear him say all that shit? Like, it just makes no sense because it was totally false.
Oh my god, it's so fucking infuriating. And then it's not even the fact that he is infuriating himself. It's the fact that they don't genuinely acknowledge the climate change. Like, fucking California is on fire right now. Do you remember at the beginning of 2020 when fucking Australia was on fire?
That was this year?
Australia was on
Oh my
fire.
god, that feels
Fucking
like it was 4 years ago.
I know. And all the fucking poor animals. And then there was fucking earthquakes. There was big ass earthquakes hitting Mexico. And God, it's just been fucking
Right.
crazy just this year.
This year has been it's been a roller
It's
coaster.
been
Like
a fucking
it's been
roller
such a
coaster.
long year where we look back on things that happened in the beginning of the year, and it just feels like such a long time ago. COVID has really just taken over our lives, and I know President Donald Trump told us just not let it take over our lives because it's not that big of a deal. It is what it is.
Think it's under control. I'll tell you what. How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day. They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is.
But going back to climate change, it's like I feel like the vice presidential debate was the first time that we actually heard the GOP recognize climate change as being real, being something that
Not a hoax.
that is not a hoax. This is the first time they didn't call it a hoax in my book, and so it was not a relief, but it was like a moment of wow. I feel like Leonora. I feel like they're trying to steal some of the Democratic vote that are conservative but leaning towards the Democratic vote because of how Trump is going crazy, and they don't trust the GOP anymore. But they're trying to get those votes on climate change supporters because they're recognizing that, hey, we do have an issue, and that might swing some people that are like, what, the things he does are kind of bad, but I still support what he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just that's how I fucking feel,
Yeah, it's just one
Like,
big long sigh.
exactly. I'm just glad that they finally acknowledged that things are fucking going on in the world. The ice caps are fucking still melting. It's getting hotter and hotter. Like, when are we actually gonna stand up and fucking do something? I understand, yes, we're going to metal straws. Yes, we're not doing as much plastic. But what the fuck else can we do to help save our planet?
Yeah, and like the leaders of America, they could be less burdened by climate change, and especially right now, it's on everybody's back burner. I mean, we all have to do our part, and I know little things are not going to change the big things, but it does help.
Yeah.
You have to recycle, you have to do things around the house where you're not using as much plastic to help save the oceans and all the little sea turtles that are getting straws up their
Yes.
noses or nooses around their neck with little Coke can plastic holders.
Yes, be sure on that note, I'm sorry. I just want to throw it out there. Be sure you fucking cut the plastic that you get your Coke cans out of, your Gatorade bottles out of.
Yes,
Please cut them to help fucking save the animals.
because somehow they will wind up in the ocean and do damage to our oceanic life, and it's if one time is yours, if it's that time, then it's helpful to cut those.
There is a song by Little Dicky that came out, I think, last year. I'm trying to pull it up on YouTube.
Little Dicky.
Yeah. He's a rapper, but he's really good in some songs.
In some songs, okay, so not every song is good, but like the ones that are good, they are good.
Yes. Okay, so if you go on YouTube and look up Little Dicky Earth, that song is 7 minutes and 12 seconds, and it's a video. It is actually really, really good, and he talks about how we love the earth, it is our home, and at the end, he includes Leonardo DiCaprio because Leonardo DiCaprio is actually doing so much for climate change, and I think we should all just do more research on it, Like, the more informative we are, the more power we have because knowledge is power.
I totally agree. Knowledge is power because some people, especially with the election, they just don't want to be involved because they know things are so bad. But you have to get involved. This is the future of our democracy and our country, and people just laugh at that when I say that. And it's very, very true. The things that Donald Trump is doing literally threaten our democracy. It literally he is yet to say, nor Mike Pence at the vice presidential debate, that they will, secede to Biden if they lose. They have yet to say that.
Yeah, and I just feel like with Trump, he's literally basing his campaign on hate and he's dividing our nation. And I think that is absolutely terrible. It is something that we are the United States. Keyword united. We are all together as one. And I feel that we should all stand together, not just fucking take this. And in my personal opinion, I'm still going to vote for Biden because fuck Trump. But I feel like we should have a maximum age limit to voting because, to the president, because I'm tired of these old ass white men trying to decide what the fuck is best for us. How are these men going to tell women what to do with our fucking bodies? We shouldn't have to be 25 to decide if we want kids and have our husband's permission. We should be able to fucking choose what we want. And I just feel we have a minimum age to be president. We should have a fucking maximum age because Biden and Trump are both about to be the oldest presidents ever, which is fucking crazy to think about. But on that note, I just wanted to say, please go vote. We cannot stress that enough, can we?
No, we can't. And, you bring up an interesting point about, I know we're talking about climate change, but on the age limit to be president, I think, God, how old is Joe Biden is 77 years old. By the time he gets out of office, he will be 82, 83 years old. And then
Donald Trump is
74.
74.
By the time he gets out, he'll be 78, pushing 79.
Deciding our fucking votes, our rights, like with our bodies, not only with our bodies, but what the fuck we're gonna do as a nation. With everything going on right now, especially, oh my god, you know what makes me so upset, Drew?
What?
Literally, during the presidential debate, Trump kept saying, yeah, the corona was China's fault. China. Like, stop fucking placing blame. There's a disease. There's a fucking virus. Fix it. Do what you can to fucking fix it. Don't just blame another country. And then Mike Pence, also in the vice president debate, he was saying, oh, yes, it did come from China. Yes. Like, it doesn't matter where the fuck it came from. You don't need to slander another fucking country. Realize there's a problem and find ways to fucking fix it. Simple.
Exactly.
And then Trump wants to say that getting the virus was a blessing from God. Is he fucking...
I cannot.
Like, what the
I
fuck?
feel better now than I ever have in 25 years. Like, really?
Exactly. This virus is fucking killing people all around us. These people are suffering, but he was in a nice-ass suite for 3 fucking days and just magically was cured. Did he ever once talk about how his wife was feeling? Did we all forget that she also tested positive?
I saw something, or I heard something somewhere that said Melania Trump was in the bad press right before they got their, magical diagnosis that they had COVID-19. She was in the press for those tapes that were released about her saying "fuck the children" and "fuck Christmas."
Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but
correct.
100%. You have no choice.
And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas, and they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can hear her just, I don't know what kind of frustration she had, but it was bad press. Never have we ever had a first lady that had that much bad press. And Trump and her and, all the Republicans at that super spreader event at the White House all just came down with COVID, and they're all fine. I'm not saying that they made it all up just to get Melania out of the bad press, but you have a point. We haven't heard about Melania. We don't know how she's doing. It's all been about Trump or the other people that got infected.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, I just love how everybody was just magically fucking cured. Did they inject bleach?
They might have injected a little Clorox.
Oh, wait, you know what Trump said during the presidential debate? I said it with sarcasm. Like, sir, shut the fuck up.
No, that was not sarcasm at all.
I literally have a family member who just came out of the hospital after 5 months of fighting for his fucking life with COVID. But all these people got magically cured in 3 fucking days, right?
Exactly. It's not something you get over. I had it back in July. I
forgot about that.
Yeah, no, I had COVID, and the first 5 days, I couldn't even get out of fucking bed, let alone walk across the White House lawn to a helicopter. Like, literally, I could barely make it to the bathroom. And I know everybody's different, but there's no way. There's no way. Because, it really took it out of me. Luckily, I didn't have that bad of a case. Like, unlike some other people, that were very unfortunate or have lost their lives because of it. And for Trump to get it and then not have any sympathy for people that have gotten it and just say things like, I feel better than ever. It's not that bad. Don't let COVID, take over your life. It's like,
I didn't feel so good. And 2 days ago, I could have left 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I felt great, like better than I have in a long time. I said just recently, better than 20 years ago. Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. Don't let that happen.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I feel like we're never going to get out of this vicious cycle of our numbers going up, our numbers going down. I was just listening to the news today, and now we're recording over 50,000 cases per day in the United States again since the summer.
Yeah, and my thing is, if you are going to be in big-ass fucking groups of people, why? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't understand. If you want to be 10 people or less, cool. I mean, I get it. I'm still not going to fucking do it, but I understand some people have families, immediate families that live in their house that are more than 10 people. But I worry about, I'm still working. We are both still working. I'm worried about being at work and then going to see my great grandma because I'm about to live with her soon. I would fucking hate myself if something ever happened to her. I don't even know how I would be able to look myself in the fucking mirror knowing because I'm at work, I fucking killed my great grandma, or I made her super fucking ill. And people are treating it like it's fucking imaginary. Just because what hit me was during I believe it was the vice president debate or the presidential debate. I don't remember who said it. And I just want to say when they said, I want to say it was Biden.
You folks at home, how many of you got up this morning and had an empty chair at the kitchen table because someone died of COVID? How many of you were in a situation where you lost your mom or dad and you couldn't even speak to them? You had a nurse holding a phone up so you could, in fact, say goodbye.
But when they said, those of you who wake up every morning and you're missing someone or you're sitting at your dinner table and there's one less person there due to COVID because they've passed away, I personally just want to say I am so sorry. And I could not imagine your pain, and I don't want to imagine your pain, I'm so sorry for your loss because I know it's hard out there, and I know it hurts when people are fucking downplaying it. It's just we just all need to take others into consideration. Wear your fucking masks.
It's not a fucking political statement. Just wear your goddamn mask, Karen, and sit the fuck down.
Exactly. I have fucking asthma, and I wear a mask for over 8 hours at work. You can wear a mask for 30 minutes to go to fucking HEB.
Exactly. There has been numerous, studies and numerous people recording videos with different types of masks, recording their blood oxygen levels, and they remain the same no matter what fucking mask they have on. You can breathe. It's just awkward to have on your face. I'll give you that. But you can fucking wear it. It's not going to kill you.
It's not gonna fucking kill you. Just be fucking considerate. And I think that's the biggest problem that we face here in the United States is there's so many inconsiderate ass fucking people.
That's how society is here. It's all about me, 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 me. And people are so selfish. They're like, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, especially I hate if you're from the Houston area driving down Post Oak. I fucking hate driving down Post Oak to go to the fucking Galleria because people are so inconsiderate. They're shitty drivers.
Right.
Like, if you're so inconsiderate to not wear a mask, you should just fucking stay home and order your groceries to be delivered to you. Like, wear your mask, wash your hands, and social distance.
Yes. Like, I just want to read some of the people that were infected at the White House. So, of course, we have Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Hope Hicks, Stephen Miller, Kayleigh McConaughey, Rona McDaniel, Mike Lee, Tom Tillis, Kellyanne Conway, and Chris Christie. For starters, we don't even know how many White House staffers were infected because of any number of these people. And not to mention, he was, in Duluth, Minnesota at a rally. He was in Shorewood, Minnesota at a fundraiser. He was in Cleveland, Ohio at a debate. He was at Atlanta for a campaign event. He was in Doral, Florida for another campaign event. He was in Virginia for another rally. He was in New Jersey. He was in Washington and in, Pennsylvania. And people are just trying to track down where he was and who he was in contact with. So those people can stay safe and can, remain at home for the, the next few days just to make sure that they're okay. It's crazy how many people he has infected due to his recklessness and
Thoughtfulness.
his unthoughtfulness.
Unthoughtfulness, yes. I'm sorry. It takes me a minute to get there. But I just think it's fucking insane the world that we've been living in with I love how other countries were like, you know what? We're gonna fucking shut down and look at them. They're fucking thriving.
Exactly.
They're doing amazing. And look at us. We're literally just getting fucking worse. And the thing with Trump is he tries to make everything into a negative connotation. Like everything with climate change, everything with COVID, everything with fucking
Liberal.
everything liberal. He always says radical liberist, radical liberist. Like, dude, you're fucking trying to place hate.
Right. Just the negative connotations that the right side of the aisle will place on different terms. The Democratic side, that's just terminology. It's like, oh, climate change. Oh, spooky. It's like, it's crazy to see how society has moved towards those kinds of negative connotations around those just words that describe different things and different viewpoints. When we look at New Zealand, their prime minister Jacinda Ardern has been a powerhouse in leadership. They had some cases. They shut their shit down until they didn't have any cases, and then they were like, you know what? Hey, we're gonna open up. They were one of the first countries to open up again and have normal life. And then recently they got a few more cases, and Jacinda said, we're shutting this shit down again. And so they shut down the entire country, not just, leaving it open to essential people. They shut it all down again. And then, it's crazy because I just saw a video on Twitter this morning that she announced her and other high-level officials are going to be taking a pay cut and, giving back to the country. And that's just the kind of leadership that
we need.
We would never see that in the United States. Can you imagine Donald Trump saying, oh, I'm going to take a pay cut? Mitch McConnell, I'm going to take a pay cut and give back to society. We can't even pass a bill on, COVID relief, but we're rushing Amy Coney Butthole through her through her process to be appointed to the Supreme Court. Like, the right side does not care about you. They don't care about the working class at all. They
No.
only care about their agendas and pushing through right wing
radical racist right wingers.
Right.
But everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I get that. I'm a firm believer everybody can have their own opinion. But just don't be a dumbass.
Right. Like, don't be a dumbass. And I'm gonna bring up a point that one of my coworkers was talking to me about. She there is a show on Netflix. Didn't I tell you about that?
No.
It's called The Social Dilemma. I still haven't watched it, even though she told me to. So if you're listening, I'm totally sorry. I have not watched it. But she explains on how people that have built the tech empire and the networks and the apps that run our daily lives basically are taking over our viewpoints in life. And it really gets me thinking because, when you think about it, on Facebook, all I see is Democratic things. All I see is Biden. I see CNN ads. I see Biden ads on Twitter. I see the same. On TikTok, I see the same. On all kinds of social media platforms and the internet, it's all geared towards what you click on and what you view, you're going to view more of. So when you think about it that way, in which, even the news we watch is geared towards us, when you think about that, it's all geared towards you and you keep seeing the same thing. So when the right wing sees, making fun of the left side, telling them that we're sheeps, telling them, we are radical leftists and, that we're crazy. And it's kind of like a form of brainwashing in a sense where...
That's the word I was just about to say.
If you see that all the time, that's all you see. You don't see both sides. And I don't see the other side. It's one of the things that I'm trying to work on, liking right-wing pages to see the kind of things that they put out there, liking Fox News things to see what they put out there and just to see, the different viewpoints and how they bash each other. But you can't see it unless you click on other things and things you normally wouldn't click on. And it gets you thinking about how you are controlled. And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but you are being controlled on what you view.
I completely 100% agree. I just wanted to bring up a point. I've been doing a lot of research because, like I said earlier, knowledge is power. And I believe we need to fucking educate ourselves. Educate. If you don't want to vote because you don't feel educated enough, then take the fucking time to educate yourself. I recently discovered, because my whole life I'm like, okay, Democratic. I go through and I vote for whoever I feel has the best views that I agree with. I recently discovered the Green Party. So the Green Party of the United States is a political party. The Green Party of the United States is a federation of green state political parties in the United States. The party promotes green politics, specifically environmentalism, nonviolence, social justice, grassroots democracy, gender equality, LGBTQ rights, anti-war, anti-racism, eco-socialism. So, I feel like that's what I agree most with because I care about the fucking environment. I believe all walks of life, like all people, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you're bi, whether you're black or you're blue or you're fucking purple, you deserve to have rights. And I just hope one day we can all fucking
get along. Jesus fuck. I'm human and you're human. Just because some people have more melatonin than I do. Melanin. Melanin doesn't mean they're any different. Like,
we all need to be treated with fucking respect. No, okay, so me and Drew both have insomnia, so we take melatonin.
Yeah,
That's
so-
why it slipped. We all need to be treated with fucking respect. No, we just okay. So me and Drew both have insomnia, so we take melatonin.
Yeah,
That's
so-
why it slipped.
Anyway, so just to I guess wrap up this first podcast. We are like Leonora said, we are in Houston. We are in Texas, so early voting actually starts tomorrow.
Whoop whoop.
So bitches, go get out and fucking vote. Find your voting centers. Find where you can go. I know you're from Harris County. I believe you can go to any voting center in Harris County. You don't have to go to like a specific one.
Yes.
But early voting does run from tomorrow through October 30th, Friday, October 30th. Make sure you have your photo ID, and then fucking go vote. But it is noted or notable, don't wear any sort of political statements or any kind of attire that could get you thrown out that is seen as a political statement. I know people are throwing this around in the Black Lives Matter movement. Don't wear a Black Lives Matter mask or shirt to a voting center. They will throw you out because trust me, the Trump supporters are going to be out in numbers and they're going to be using any kind of tactic that they can to get you to not vote.
Exactly. Please, please, please vote. Like I said earlier, I do not care who you vote for, but please be smart. People are equal and people have fucking rights. You know, we can have different opinions on whether we like strawberry or chocolate cake, but we can't have different opinions on whether we have different fucking rights. Like, everybody deserves equal rights. And I'm a Hispanic, and I know many of my family members cannot vote. So if you do have the privilege of voting, please fucking exercise your privilege. Go vote, be safe, social distance, wear your mask, and wash your hands.
You said it. I mean, I don't have anything to add to that. Go fucking vote. Go fucking wash your hands, you nasty ass bitch. Take COVID seriously, wear a mask, do your part so we can all get through this together. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.